In this video I will explain assignment 3, which is about analyzing and discussing open access journals. For assignment 3 of this course, you will reflect on misconceptions of open access publishing, analyze the levels of openness of particular journals, and find and analyze the levels of openness of journals in your discipline, share and discuss and compare your findings on the forum. This assignment gives you hands-on experience with open access publishing and helps you to become aware of the different forms of open access publishing. Completing this assignment will help you grasp the basic concepts related to open access publishing. Now let's discuss step 1, reflecting on misconceptions of open access. This first step of the assignment should take you about 45 minutes. In the video about misconceptions of open access, we identified 6 misconceptions. Access to research is not a problem, so open access publishing is irrelevant. Only open access journals allow for open access publishing. Open access journals are not peer-reviewed. Open access journals always ask for a publication fee from the authors. Open access journals are of lower quality than subscription-based journals. And open access publishing is complex and hard work. Select 2 of these misconceptions and reflect on them. And in your reflection, include the following information for each misconception you reflect on. The misconception you selected, why someone would think this is not a misconception, why it is a misconception, and explain this in your own words, whether people in your discipline generally have this misconception and why, and your personal view on this misconception. Go to the edX platform and in the section devoted to assignment 3, step 1, upload your reflections on the 2 misconceptions that you selected. Then have a look at the answer model that we provide. Indicate to which extent your answers were correct in order to obtain your grade for this step of assignment 3. In step 2 of this assignment, you will analyze the level of openness of particular journals, which will take about 30 minutes. Subscription-based journals commonly provide access to journal articles after readers have paid a certain fee. If you are working or studying at a university, you are often lucky since universities often pay these fees for students and researchers, so that they can access papers published in subscription-based journals. But if your employer or you personally do not pay the fee, the papers are behind a paywall. Publishing in a subscription-based journal can be free for the authors or not. In the open access model, scientific literature is free of charge for the readers. Open access journals sometimes charge a fee from the authors, which is referred to as an article processing fee or a publication fee, but this is not always the case. Watch the videos of this week in which we explain the differences between various levels of openness of scientific journals and particularly focus on the information about green, gold and diamond open access publishing. Diamond open access journals are usually considered as having the highest level of openness, the gold route is considered less open and the green route is considered least open. Sherpa Romeo gives a good summary of this information for many journals, but not for every journal. Now have a look at the policies for publishing articles in the following 3 journals. Public Library of Science, PLOS, 1. Electronic Transactions on Numerical Analysis, or ETNA. And Transforming Government, People, Process and Policy, or TGPPP. Determine for each journal what levels of openness are supported. These may include 1 or a combination of green open access, gold open access and diamond open access, or variations on these. Add your responses to the section on edX devoted to assignment 3, step 1. In the third step of this assignment, you will find and analyze the level of openness of journals in your own discipline, which we expect to take about 1 hour. Look for 3 journals in your own discipline and analyze their level of openness. Then go to the edX platform and in the section devoted to assignment 3, step 3, answer the following questions about the 3 journals that you found and analyzed. Which 3 journals did you find? Give the name of each journal and describe the scope of each journal in a few sentences. For each journal, briefly describe its policy on open access. Which of the following forms of openness are supported by each of these selected journals? Green open access, gold open access, or diamond open access? Is a publication fee charged? Are there variations or combinations on the above mentioned options? And is the journal not open? Or is another openness form supported? Which actions do you need to take to make an impact in your field by publishing an article in each of these 3 journals? For example, do you need to publish the article in a repository yourself, or will someone else do this for you? And how do you think publishing an article in each of these 3 journals would impact your career? Then, in the 4th and final step of this assignment, you will share, discuss and compare your findings from step 3 on the forum. This should take about 45 minutes. On the forum, clearly indicate the discipline where your selected journals come from and choose the right scientific area on the forum. Arts and humanities, life sciences, biomedicine, physical sciences, social sciences or technology. This enables you to compare your findings to those of other course participants from similar and other scientific disciplines. On the forum, you share the following information: your discipline, the 3 selected journals, the levels of openness of these 3 journals, the potential impact of publishing in these 3 journals on your career. And then compare your findings to those of others, preferably from similar and different disciplines. Write down a few sentences with conclusions from your comparison and also share this on the forum. Please do so by replying to your own post that resulted from step 3 of this assignment. Particularly focus on the differences and similarities in sharing practices within and across scientific disciplines. Finally, go to the unit on the edX platform called Assignment 3 Step 4 and tick the boxes to indicate that you have completed these steps of Assignment 3. This activity will ensure that you will get your grade for this part of the assignment. And more information about the assessment of Assignment 3 can be found on the platform. In week 4 of this course, we will analyze your assignment responses, and based on this analysis, we will record a feedback video, which we aim to make available during the course. In this feedback video, we will reflect on various forms of open access publishing and the different practices in open access publishing between research disciplines. Good luck with Assignment 3.